Hey Econ 200. In this video, I'm going to cover, Chapter 11, Thinking and Problem Solving, problem number 9. This one, it's easier to explain using my computer screen with an Excel spreadsheet than it would be to write everything out on a sheet of paper. So, let me read through that. It says, suppose Carrie decides to lease a photocopier and open up a black and white photocopying service in her dorm room for use by faculty and students. Her total cost as a function of the number of copies she produces each month is given in the table. So let me reproduce that table for you. You've got number of photocopies per month, 0, and then goes to 6,000. Then they also give you total cost, $100, $110, $125, $145, $175, $215, $285. Okay, so that's the total cost. Then they also give you fixed cost, variable cost, total revenue, and profit. All right, so let's see, part A. Fill in the missing numbers in the table, assuming that Carrie can charge 5 cents per black and white copy. So let's begin with fixed cost. Remember that total cost is just fixed cost plus variable cost. And remember also that variable cost is 0. If you're not producing anything, variable cost is 0. So if you look at the total cost at 0 photocopies, that must be your fixed costs. Because your fixed cost is whatever it's costing you to be in business, even if you're not making anything. So your fixed costs are $100, and that's going to be the same no matter how many units you produce. Okay, fixed cost is $100 no matter what. Variable cost. Well, if we know that total cost is the sum of fixed and variable cost, that means that if you take the total cost and subtract out the fixed cost, whatever's left must be the variable cost. So I'm going to say variable cost is equal to total cost minus fixed. That's 0 for producing nothing, and then variable cost increases like so for each additional batch of 1,000 photocopies that she makes. Total revenue. Well, you're told that she can sell 1 photocopy for 5 cents. So 5 cents times the number of photocopies that she produces, that's going to be her total revenue. So we'll say that the number in this cell is equal to 0.05, which is equal to 5 cents, times the number of photocopies. And we'll copy that down. Copy the format over. All right, so now we've got the total cost in this column, total revenue in that one, and profit is just total revenue minus total cost. So there are the numbers to fill in for that column. Okay, so that is part A. Part B, how many copies per month should Carrie sell? Well, Carrie should sell the number of copies that maximizes her profit. And if you look down this column F here, you can see the largest number is here at $35. That's the maximum profit. And that is consistent with producing 5,000 photocopies a month. So the answer to part B, 5,000 photocopies per month. Finally, part C. If the lease rate on the copier were to increase by $50 per month, how would that impact Carrie's profit maximizing level of output? How would this $50 increase in the lease rate affect Carrie's profit? And what will she do when it is time to renew her lease? Okay, well, in order to answer that, we're going to need to do a couple of things here. I'm just pasting the values in the variable cost curve. I've replaced the formulas that I put in there with just the straight values that we had here. Okay, $50 increase in the lease rate. Well, that lease is a fixed cost. Okay, that means that her fixed costs are going to go up from $100 to $150 a month. So let's make that change in this column. If her fixed costs go up by $50 a month, her total costs will also go up by $50 a month. So I'm going to replace the numbers in this column with just saying the number in this column of total cost is equal to fixed cost plus variable cost. $150 instead of $100. Copy that down. And now notice what's happened in the profit column is all of these numbers are now negative. Okay, so how would it affect her profit maximizing level of output? Well, now there are no positive profits to be made. It's just a question of, is she going to lose more money in her fixed costs, or is she going to lose more money by will she lose more money by shutting down her production right now and just eating her fixed costs, or will she lose more money by continuing to operate and earning negative profits? So take a look over here. You can see that if she stays in business and keeps operating, the best she could do would be to lose $15 per month. Okay, that's still at the same level of output as it was before. 5,000 photocopies, she loses $15 a month. If she were to just shut down production, then she would be losing $150 a month, right? Her total cost would be $150. She would earn no revenue to offset any of those fixed costs, and so her profit would be negative $150. So she still wants to keep producing 5,000 photocopies per month. It's not going to change her profit maximizing level of output. What will she do when it is time to renew her lease? Well, when it's time to renew her lease, she's going to try to, first of all, get that lease number down. Okay, if she could reduce her fixed cost back from $150 down to $100, well, then she could make a positive profit and she'd keep operating at 5,000 photocopies per month. If that's not possible, if she has to keep paying that lease payment of $150, then at that point when her lease, it's time to renew her lease, then she would just refuse to renew. She'll shut down production, get out of her fixed cost, and she would make zero profit in this particular market. She'd go on and do something else with her time instead. Okay, so that is the answer to part C. Thanks for tuning in, and that does it for our the answers to the Chapter 11 homework problems.